President Biden, though, meeting with the G7 leaders. White House correspondent Mary Alice Parks is at the White House with more on that. So the G7 leaders say that they stand ready to actually take further measures. So what exactly could those further measures be?
Yeah, Kira, the administration making very clear that what they saw last night from Iran was unprecedented, massive. Senior administration officials relaying to reporters that it was on the high end of even what they expected from Iran, and that they believe Iran was absolutely intent in causing unbelievable damage there in Israel. But that luckily Israel's defense capabilities held, in large part with the help of U.S. forces and assets sent to the region to actively work alongside Israeli troops to defend Israel. When we heard the president, we know the president was on a call, with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu yesterday. We learned a little bit more about that call from some senior administration officials today. Basically, the president was trying to reiterate to Netanyahu that Israel should feel really proud that the defense systems held, and that the president was trying to encourage him to, at this moment now, sort of reassess things, take a serious evaluation about what exactly happened, and slow things down. I mean, clearly the White House is still worried about a potential Israeli response that could escalate things further, but that doesn't mean that the U.S. isn't expecting that Israel might very well respond in some way. Now, the U.S. wouldn't be a part of any kind of military response to Iran. U.S. officials are making that pretty clear. But the G7 could respond diplomatically, economically. They put out a joint statement really saying that Iran should be held accountable for what happened, for what it did, for its attack on Israel. And I think they're in the process of developing what kind of unified diplomatic economic response that could be.
All right, let's talk about President Biden also speaking now with the King of Jordan about the attack, right? How exactly is the administration working with Jordan and other U.S. allies that possibly the president has had other phone calls with privately about trying to calm these tensions moving forward?
I mean, I think it is exactly that, Kira. The president talking to these leaders in the region, trying to calm tensions, wanting to make sure that things don't continue to spiral. I mean, that has been the White House's concern, I mean, frankly, for weeks, but especially today, an anxiety that a response carried by a response to a response could escalate things out of control. And we've seen and heard that message from other leaders throughout the region. Not only in the U.S. and leaders in Europe, but like you said, it's the same message we've been hearing from a lot of leaders right there around Israel, an anxiety that things could spiral, a hope that they won't. And of course, this comes at a really complicated time. I mean, the president has had tough conversations with Israel in the last few weeks about Israel's war in Gaza. Obviously, the Jordanians worried about that as well, still worried about how Israel might be moving in the south of Gaza. And I'm sure the president trying to reiterate to all of these partners that it's continuing to work with Israel on all fronts.
All right, White House correspondent Mary Alice Parks, appreciate you and all your coverage throughout the day.